Every season, there are anime that are good, there are fewer that are great, and even fewer that are truly amazing. And while I'm late to the party, I stumbled across one of the truly amazing ones. The Apothecary Diaries is an anime that came out in 2023, and I'm going to be discussing why I thoroughly enjoyed watching this anime. No. Experiencing this anime. And hopefully, by the time you finish watching this video, you'll want to check it out if you haven't already. This story is driven by both mystery and character, and there is no character more important or entertaining than the main character, Mao Mao. Now, Mao Mao is the daughter of an apothecary in the pleasure district of the city the story takes place in. Mao Mao has learned a lot from her father and is extremely intelligent and perceptive. It's this intellect and knack for critical thinking that leads Mao Mao to end up working under one of the emperor's concubines, and she subsequently helps solve mysteries that occur within the rear palace. As stated previously, Mao Mao is very intelligent and perceptive, and these traits frame the way she engages with the people and the world around her. Everything she does is intentional, and she proves to be very versatile in her skill set and behavior, but that's not all that I find enamoring about the character of Mao Mao. Mao Mao is such an easy person to root for. She's a fully and deeply explored character. The narrative takes us through her journey in the rear palace, and while doing so, introduces us to the quirky nature that exists alongside Mao Mao's intellect. She simps over rare medicinal herbs, loses all sense of urgency and awareness in the pursuit of gathering various plants, cackles in the face of intriguing applications of medicines, and gets giddy over the idea and process of ingesting various poisons. To say Mao Mao is weird would be an understatement, but she's not just a weird archetype. She's a person with weird traits that are a part of her character, yet not all that comprises said character. The character of Mao Mao is thoroughly examined throughout the 24 episodes of the first season, yet I believe that there is still more to be uncovered. While Mao Mao easily steals the show whenever she's on screen, there exists one, Jinshi, who finds a way to garner attention while highlighting certain traits in Mao Mao that either exist alongside or oppose to his own. Jinshi is the eunuch that seemingly oversees the operations of the rear palace. His defining characteristic is his beauty, but as I watch the story unfold, I learned that there's a bit more to Jinshi than meets the eyes. Jinshi is keen and aware of his strengths and shortcomings, and this awareness leads him to lean on the expertise and intelligence of Mao Mao, but there are numerous times where Jinshi himself displays his own intellectual capabilities. Like for example, when he exposes Mao Mao's true capabilities when the latter let her average servant facade slip momentarily. Jinshi is a caring and capable individual, able to read people and use them as he sees fit. Yet, in spite of his ability to use people, he never feels malicious. He seems to care for those around him, especially those he oversees. Now, whether this is an intentional choice or one that arises in spite of his best efforts to suppress them, I'm unsure. Both Mao Mao and Jinshi share a similar-ish narrative journey of the audience learning more about them as the pair work through various situations and issues that arise around them in the rear palace. This narrative through line that exists of us, the audience, learning more about these two creates a narrative rhythm that is typically consistent but at times unpredictable, yet it stays on beat. The pace of storytelling is intriguing, and it's only bolstered by the various character interactions that occur in the first season. The Apothecary Diaries is a story that's built on a web of interactions. Every character interaction gives us something. It could be humor, character development, drama, narrative intrigue, questions, or answers. There aren't any wasted moments shared between characters, and that left me engrossed in every line of dialogue that is spoken and every thought that's voiced. Seeing the different relationships develop is both interesting and entertaining. For example, Gaoshan is the attendant for Jinshi. Often he acts as the straight man to the antics of both Jinshi and Mao Mao. He comes across as responsible and considerate, which can run opposed to the other two, yet he never feels like a stick in the mud. The moments he's a part of add something to the story, whether it's character focused or plot necessary. And this is done in a unique way to Gaoshan, given his position, the social proximity he's afforded, and his particular personality traits. These moments also build the foundation for the character of Gaoshan, whether through humor or earnest interactions. Yet, there are also moments where the roles are reversed, creating an interesting dynamic in which our expectations are proven inaccurate. In these reversals, we again gain something of narrative importance or character significance, and it bolsters the typical interactions we get due to the showcasing of the dynamic nature of Gaussian and the other individuals. Through this, the seemingly insignificant side character of Gaussian is allowed to be more than a trope, highlighting other characters, and instead adds something to the tale unfolding for the audience. And this isn't just the case with Gaussian, Mao Mao, and Jinshi. Every character has a distinct personality, so when they come into contact with someone else, it creates a chance for an entertaining interaction that left me laughing, contemplating, or both. The first season of this anime has some really enjoyable characters, and they're effectively woven into the overarching story that's either the primary focus of a given interaction or skulks behind the scenes, never truly out of the picture. I won't spoil the plot in this video, but I will be discussing certain elements of how this story is told. The way that the various situations and mysteries are handled allows for the first season to always feel like it's moving towards something. There was never a dull episode in the catalog, and without realizing it, every episode built upon the previous ones. Initially, I didn't notice the intricate threading that was occurring between each situation, but as the episodes progressed, it became impossible to ignore in the best way possible. The seemingly episodic circumstances do a great job at introducing us to the characters, the culture, and the climate of this particular world, while serving as the structural support necessary to build out the mysteries at play in a cohesive fashion. This anime is a mystery series, and as such, there are plot points that are introduced early on that get resolved later on or expounded upon at a later time. This, combined with the great narrative pacing, created a watch cycle that was both somehow familiar and comforting while also having a degree of variability. As the story progresses, certain character details make more sense, and when those details start clicking into place, they reveal information that changes how one sees a character or the situation that surrounds them. This game of looking for new information and properly contextualizing it is necessary to any mystery series, and the Apothecary Diaries does this oh so well. Also, I have to mention that this anime is actually hilarious. I know so far I've raved about the characters and the mystery elements, but the humor is also top tier. I don't know how this anime has found a way to write interesting characters, intriguing circumstances, and inject everything with a perfect amount of humor. The humorous elements don't take away from everything I've discussed. Actually, it finds a way to enhance them. Tense moments are accentuated by a previous joke, or a character is humanized effectively simply by a laughable misunderstanding. The comedy in this anime is not an afterthought. It seems to be intentionally crafted and injected into certain situations in order to elicit a particular reaction. This effective use of humor made the first season all the more amazing. Basically, the Apothecary Diaries is a mystery anime with a tightly woven narrative that ties together everything, with characters that are fun, dynamic, and effectively explored, all while providing comedic moments that will somehow add to everything else I've described so far. This sounds too good to be true, yet it does in fact exist, and you can watch the first season right now, and you can also start watching season 2 as of January 10th, 2025. To say I loved watching this anime is somehow an understatement. This is one of those anime that stands as a reminder to why this medium of storytelling, why anime is so beloved. I'm excited to watch season 2 because at the time of recording, it's not out just yet. But I hope they can somehow continue to capture the brilliance that season 1 has. With all of that being said, I will be giving the Apothecary Diaries season 1 an E for epitome of what every anime should strive to evoke in their audience. But those are just my thoughts, and I'd love to hear yours. Let me know down in the comment section what you think of the Apothecary Diaries season 1. Also, if you enjoy my videos, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you. Thank you for watching. And until next time, go watch an anime, movie, or show of your choice where the main character is a recluse who needs to be pulled out of their reclusive ways by love interest, and then drama ensues, and then there's some good stuff happens. So go watch one of those, and I will see you all in the next video.